Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of What's in Theaters, a show where we talk about movies, movie news, and do some trailer reactions. So, I'm going to give my quick little reaction to The Batman. I'm sure you've seen other reviews, other people's opinions. Here's mine. Here's mine. That's one of a million other views. This movie is like, this is like a totally different kind of comic book movie. This is a totally different kind of Batman movie. A lot of people are saying it's like David Fincher's Seven with Brad Pitt, Morgan Freeman, and Kevin Spacey. Man, they are right. This is very much a detective movie. This is Batman being the detective. Now, when I was watching it, at a certain point, you just go, this is like almost not even a comic book movie. This is just like straight up drama that just happens to have the Batman skin laid over it because the story is deep. The music, oh my God. The music by Giacomo, just subtle and powerful at the same time. Oh my God, it's crazy stupid good. I know a lot of people liked Hans Zimmer's what he did for Christopher Nolan's Batman, the Dark Knight trilogy. Me, not so much. This to me, this one blows it out the water. This, well, I'm watching it, and like, I'm not gonna say this is better than the Dark Knight, but when I was watching it, I felt like this is going to do for the Batman of right now when watching the Dark Knight back then did for like the Joker, where at a certain point you just go, "Oh, this is totally different. This is gonna just blow my expectations totally out of the water." Like, because you watch, I remember watching Batman Begins and go, "Wow, this is like a really good Batman film." But then you saw the Dark Knight, and you go, this is totally different. And this is what I felt the Batman did for this film. You know, going into it, I haven't watched really any Robert Pattinson films. I know he was in Twilight, but I never watched Twilight. The only thing I think I ever saw him in was that little small cameo in one of the Harry Potter films. But this guy crushes it as Batman. He is so mentally and emotionally damaged and effed up and brutal. Brutal. He just beats the shit out of people. It's crazy. This is not a criticism, but this is something I noticed by watching the film. If you see this image, he does a lot of this like eye shifting kind of, like his head will be straight, but he does like a lot of the eye shifting where he moves his head. So he's like, now because his cowl isn't attached to his neck like it is in the Michael Keaton one. So I doubt it's a restriction of the costume. It's probably more just an acting choice. And there's like two instances where you'd see Robert Pattinson without the shirt on. So when he's unshirted, he's not the biggest Batman we've had, but when he's in that armor, guy's a tank. And what's cool about this is not a spoiler or anything, but in the film they talk about like, oh yeah, he's been Batman for like 2 years. And you can see that he's still making mistakes. There's one part where he eats shit like hard, and you go, okay, you can see he's going to improve upon that, and just it's cool because it's not Batman totally perfected. Like it's, I got this, I need to work on that, I need to work on this, but I got this down. So it was really cool to see Batman make some kind of flaws, and he's going to learn as the detective. Colin Farrell as the Penguin, you, you can't even tell it's him. He just so disappears into that character. It's like, oh, that's Colin Farrell. Yeah, bullshit, it is. Yeah, it is. It's like, oh my God, you can't even see him. Uh, you don't get much of Andy Serkis as Alfred, so I can't really like he didn't really stand out. but at the same time, like he wasn't bad. It's just, he was Andy Serkis. He was good. Uh, I'm totally spacing on the actor who played Jim Gordon, Jeffrey Wright. He was fantastic as Jim Gordon. Zoe Kravitz, she was she was so sexy. Looking, she was very much a seductress in a way. Like you could see why Batman would fall for her, even though she was a criminal. Like you understand her motivations, and you could see her, and it's like, man, there's a sex appeal to her. I ain't gonna lie, like she was pretty good. Um, and then I'm totally spacing on the Riddler. I am so sorry, but the Riddler, he doesn't have that classic like Riddler costume that you think of. So, I'm sorry. Oh, Paul Dano. Sorry, is that what it is? Yeah, Paul Dano, who played the Riddler. He was really good, but me, I like my Riddler cold and calm and very thought out, very methodical, and he was. But there was a couple instances where you see him just kind of like get so worked up and kind of just like lose his motion. And for me, I didn't like that so much. I liked him when he was just very calm and I'm in control. Follow the riddles, follow the little breadcrumbs I leave you. And it's interesting because he's going on this rampage, but near the end, you see his motivations like he's just a scorned person and he just wants to get even with all the rich people that he was left behind in life. And it's like, oh, I get it. I get why someone would have that mentality of no one cared about me. F me will F you more. It was pretty interesting. I will say there is no post-credit scene. There's no post-credit scene. Don't waste your time. Okay. Uh, Overall, I'm not going to say it's better than The Dark Knight, but it would, if someone were to say they think it's better than The Dark Knight, I wouldn't argue with that. Because to me, when I see The Dark Knight, it's the Joker movie featuring Batman. If that makes sense, because a lot of people always talk about Heath Ledger, but it's like it's a Batman film, but Heath Ledger just ruled in that film. It became like the film where you watch it and go, oh, this is gonna be like a legacy film. This film, this is like the perfect Batman film because it's so different and so beautiful and so well crafted. And this Gotham it almost reminds me of the Gotham from the Arkham games. Big TVs, lights, tons of rain. I mean, just like stupid amounts of rain. And, like Christopher Nolan's was, that took place in Chicago. And Tim Burton, you had the Tim Burton style and the Joel Schumacher style and the Christopher Nolan style. And this one is like, this Gotham could just be anywhere. It wasn't exactly a style. It was just very generic. And I thought that was kind of good. But man, this movie was far beyond my expectations. Far beyond my expectations. So, have you seen the Batman? Comment down in the section below. Let me know your thoughts. Did you love it? Hate it? What do you think? Take care.